So, welcome back to Steve Holmes Porn on YouTube with Vanna Bardot. Do I pronounce it right, Vanna?
Yes.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. Where does Vanna come? I never heard Vanna as a name.
Yeah, it was actually the name of the first girl I had a crush on.
Oh, okay.
And when I was in school, yeah, I thought it was like such a sexy name, and it was like so interesting. And then I realized later that there was a TV personality named Vanna White.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, that's where I took the name from.
I never heard that name.
Yeah.
But in America, you can name yourself or your children whatever you want.
Yeah.
In Germany, we are so restricted. There's
really?
We have lists or books or whatever.
Oh.
And if it's not listed there, you can't use it.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. Very interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting. I mean, you traveled the world. You've been around in Europe. Have you been in Asia or something?
I've been to Asia, yes.
Yeah. So for me, it's funny to see different rules and how they apply in different countries.
Yeah.
Like here, you can drive when you're 16, but you can only drink when you're 21.
Yeah, but you can go to war at 18.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And you can buy a gun for your children for Christmas, you know, and you know, hey, son, you're 12, it's time to get your first rifle.
Yeah, but alcohol, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend, she goes to the university in London.
Yeah.
And she wanted to buy some kitchen knives for her apartment.
Yes.
And she couldn't because in England you need to be 21 to buy a knife.
Yeah. I think it's even older. I think you have to be like 25 or something. I remember going to like IKEA with my dad, and I saw like the signs on the knife rack that they won't let you buy it, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
But I guess since there's no guns in the UK, people will usually resort more to knives for like crime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's why they're doing it, but it's a little crazy because then you go kitchen shopping and you're like just moved into a new place and you can't buy a knife.
Yeah. Hey, I need to eat my meat somehow. I need to. Yeah. No, it's a lot of rules probably make sense from a historic perspective, but as a foreigner, it's like
it's very bizarre.
Yeah. So we just did a scene together and for Jacky St. James. She is one of my favorite directors, lovely person, and she shoots like movies with dialogue and text and other I don't know about you, most scenes I do are strict gonzo sex scenes.
I unfortunately don't get to do a lot of gonzo, which I'm upset about. I want to do more gonzo, but I do love doing scenes that have like story and, you know, there's a build up and, you know, I don't know, a lot of people don't like acting or they don't like spending all day doing dialogue, but for me, like, I grew up doing like acting and dancing, so I really like to do it.
Okay.
I like the little like story and the drama and even the silly ones, like comedies, I like it.
I love it when it's really silly.
Yeah.
Or when it's really good, but I don't like it when it's stupid or silly, how you say that in English?
It's like unnecessary.
Or unintentional.
Yes, yeah.
Unintentional, when it's just bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's one thing when you're being ironic about it, but then when it's just like, it's just stupid and you're like, okay. Yeah.
And you know exactly, you spend hours and hours and nobody's going to watch it because everybody's going to forward. Yeah. Fast forward, you know. And
it's a shame because in the movies that do have a really amazing acting and production, then it's like...
No, but I think people like to watch it if it's good.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just...
Yeah, porn is definitely known for some bad...
Actually, it's not just porn. I think what we do in porn, sometimes it's better than some of these afternoon TV shows and stuff.
It is incredible, like, witnessing like a feature film for porn, how somebody can film this all within 3 days, 4 days, within a week. What took, Hollywood, like, months and months and months to film a movie, porn can still produce a very entertaining and still a movie with high production value in such a short time span.
I mean, with Hollywood, I've been on 2 Hollywood sets so far, where they booked me. One was like a big production. It's going to be in white movie release in 2021. So it's like big production, long time. And I was just a penis. But and so you don't see my face or anything. I was just a body double to show my penis. And then in another one, I had a little dialogue, and they typecasted me, so I was playing a porn producer. So it was easy for me. They gave me some lines, and then they said, "But you can say whatever you want. You probably know better what's going on in a." But they waste money. They just waste money and time unnecessarily. Yeah. And I think it's an ego thing. They want to say, I spent 100 million. No, I spent 120 million.
Yeah, it's the bigger their production is, or the production value is. They're love to show it off. But then at the end of the day, it's the people who had a super small budget and they made something incredible. Those are the real winners over there, because they're the ones who made back so much more money, and it's more impressive too.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes if you're whatever it is on a limited budget and you reach a goal, it's more impressive than if you have endless means. Yeah. So, what was your background with dancing?
I did ballet and modern and jazz and other kinds of dance for about 7 years growing up. And then I stopped I left high school after my sophomore year, so that's kind of when I stopped. But I went to a performing arts middle school and high school. Okay. So when I went to school every day, it was you'd go and do your regular academic classes, and then for the rest of your day you would do whatever is your arts. So I was in theater the first 2 years, so then you just spend a few hours in theater learning that, and it was really interesting. And then I transitioned to dance after 2 years.
Yeah, I did a little bit. I mean, I have no artistic background, but I did for a while a little bit of ballroom dance. Yeah. And I always look at porn a little bit like ballroom dance. When you do it for competition, you need to, as a man, you need to lead the woman. You need to make her shine.
Yeah, it's very, very important as a man too, because usually, especially if you're with a girl who's newer, and then it can be a little bit awkward. It's important to know how to shift the positions and scenes. You're very, very good at it. You didn't need to take your dick out of me one time.
And then, also, to know in ballroom dancing where the audience is, or where
the camera is, where the light is. Yeah. And that's something that in the beginning, of course you don't realize getting into porn. I'm but then it's a lot of things you have to think about at the same time without even, looking at the camera. Yeah. So, I like it. I
mean, I really, really enjoyed the scene we did together. Yeah. And you are extremely passionate. I had a great time. And so today was a feature movie for Jacky St. James. And we also shoot Softcore, which I never know who watches that, but so some people want to see porn where you don't see the actual sex. So the same thing for me when you do it still, when you still have sex for real and not pretend. Yeah. I think first of all it's more fun.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I'm always, especially with a man like you, I want as much as possible. But for me, I almost prefer softcore better sometimes, just because in regular porn it is so important to open everything to the camera and make sure you you see the dick, you see the pussy, you see everything happening, which, you know, it looks good on camera, but a lot of times it doesn't feel good for you, or like it's like okay, but you're not totally comfortable. With softcore, I'm like, okay, I can just enjoy myself.
Softcore is almost like having sex in private.
Yeah.
You just don't show it.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know who watches it, but I know they do it so they can sell it to like regular TV companies who air it, like, you know how like in the middle of the night they air like the...
I don't have a TV.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's so... I never watch... A lot of people ask me when I hear, so who is your favorite soccer club in Germany? Because they think I don't know. I have no clue. I never watch sports. I never watch TV.
I don't even watch TV anymore now with like Netflix and Hulu and all that shit.
Yeah, I watch that, but that's different.
But like back on regular cable, I remember like on HBO and Showtime and like Cinemax, like after a certain hour, like around like 11 o'clock to like 4 or 5 in the morning, they're playing like softcore movies.
Okay.
Where it's like it's like you don't see any penetration, but you still like see tits and like a fake scene.
I mean, I guess if that's
so, I guess that's what they sell it to them.
I wonder, because people who watch HBO, they usually have access to the internet and they can watch the real thing.
Exactly, that's what I don't get. But I guess some people are still old school.
When I was little, I didn't even know what porn is. I was jerking off to the like underwear section in the mail order catalog. You know, that's the sexiest thing I could imagine.
Yeah, it's very different to how I found porn when I was like 8.
Okay.
And like not like anything soft, like super hardcore porn on the internet. It was like 2007, so you know I had like the whole, you know, the whole porn industry at my dispense. But you know, it's a lot of people don't like to talk about it in the industry, how there's underage people looking at porn. But I think with at least my generation, it is a very I think it's a very common thing. It's how most people learn about sex now. It's, you know, even my mom had she had a sex talk with me at 10, which for in America is very, very young for a lot of people.
And then you said, oh, you mean gangbang?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I already know what this is. But yeah, I think especially for my generation, that we're on a computer by the age of, you know, 5, and now even earlier because of iPads and everything. It is so easy to look. And I didn't search for porn. I just type in sex. I typed in sexy because I always heard the word sexy on like shows, and then I just put sex, and then somehow I ended up watching like crazy hardcore shit. I'm like, what is this? But yeah.
I mean, there's certain things I don't understand, and I will never understand. I'm 58 now, and I think if I haven't understood it by now, I will never understand it. One of it is jealousy. I can never understand why people are jealous. If I love somebody, I want this person to have whatever they enjoy, you know, and if it's sex with another person, then
that's how I am with my current relationship. Like my boyfriend and I are like, we're both super slutty, I guess. So especially in this industry, like some people, you know how some people are like, oh, you can do this for work, but the minute the camera stops, it's like no more. For me, we're both like, if you want to go like fuck this person, you're gonna like have fun, and go do it. And like we both get excited for each other. Like my boyfriend, he found out I'm fucking you today. He's like, oh yeah, you're finally get to fuck him.
And the other thing, what I don't understand is that we have this taboo on showing things and seeing things which are totally okay and legal, like nudity or sex or using the bathroom, or everything is like so taboo. You can't show it, you can't see it. But it's totally okay and legal. Everybody does it every day. And then other things which are totally not acceptable, like killing, raping, whatever, you know, torturing, that you can show on TV everywhere, you know. On every fucking movie, they kill 100 people in 30 minutes.
You see a movie with serial killers and, you know, people like doing mass shootings and wars.
They they show that and they have
For
no
this,
problems
it's
with
like,
that.
yeah.
But if people enjoy themselves and, you know, like with others or masturbating or any of that, it's like, oh, no, you can't show that.
Yeah, for me,
I don't get it.
You know, I grew up, my mom is European and my dad is like, it's true. And I grew up with a super like, very open understanding of like nudity and like masturbation and all these things, because my parents talked to me about it at such a young age and they're like, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, it's
so then growing up, especially in America, I was like, you see how other people react to these things, and it's a shame. It's really a shame.
I mean, I don't want to judge it, I just don't understand it. I said, why can't you show nudity, which I don't think there's anything wrong about being nude or watching other people nude or be watched nude.
Because even nudity isn't inherently sexual.
Yeah.
Everyone, they think nudity equals sex.
Even if it's sex, or, you know, it's totally normal for people to have sex or to masturbate or all that. Or I always enjoyed watching girls pissing. That's the thing for me, you know. And even when I was little and we were playing outside and then we just peed where we were playing, I always enjoyed to see the girls pee. Still do it. I don't think there's anything wrong about it. Sometimes when they say, oh, can I go to the bathroom before the scene? Sometimes I say, can I come and watch it? Some girls like it.
I like it too. For me, I just leave the door open and then the crew like passes by and they're like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, the door's open. It's okay. I'm just peeing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for me, peeing, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, everybody does it every day, several times. And I don't think there's anything wrong. I think it's nice to watch.
Yeah.
And if you don't like to watch it, look away. So, let me ask you more about your porn career. When did you start shooting porn?
I started about a year and a half ago.
And
shortly after I turned 19, I entered the mainstream porn industry.
But you did before some like webcam?
Yeah, I did webcam right when I turned 18, and I started stripping too right when I turned 18.
Okay.
So I knew, like, I was always really like fascinated with like sex work, with like whether it was like burlesque or stripping or porn, or like I was so interested in all of it. So the moment I turned 18, I was like, let's do it. Yeah.
And you're damn good at it. You're damn good at it. I have to admit, I had a wonderful morning. I had a little breakfast. I live literally 3.5 minutes from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I came here, and you were here, and had a wonderful morning. And I hope to see you again soon.
Yes.
If I don't see you, we are recording this on December 13th. You probably watch it somewhere in January or February when it's going to be released. So I wish you Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Or whatever happy holidays you celebrate or don't. Happy New Year.
Yes.
And if I don't see you before at the bowling alley, I'm sure I see you in Las Vegas for AVN.
Yes, I will see you there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And by the way, I have probably a little over 50,000 subscribers when you watch this. It's like 48 right now. And it's still only 5% of the people who watch it subscribe. So if you like it, hit subscribe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.